Okay, 14, we're going to graph the set of numbers on the number line. And to do this, I would just convert everything to a decimal or simplify it. So we start off with the square root of 9. Square root of 9 is going to be 3. So we got 3 there. 3 divided by 3/4, 3 divided by 4 is 0.75. Negative 1/3, that's negative 0.3 repeating. Then you have 5. Then you have negative square root of 2. Now negative square root of 2 is about negative 1.4. If you take the square root of 2 in your calculator. And if you take the square root of 6, square root of 6 is going to be about 2.4 approximately. So now we find out where all of those on the number line. Start off with the smallest number, which is the negative 1.4. That came from the negative square root of 2. So where do we see negative 1.4? Here's 0 on the number line for answer A. We don't have anything negative graphed out here, so it's not going to be answer A. Check answer B. Here we have 0, here we have 1, or negative 1, looks like negative 2, negative 4 out here. Square root of 2, which is negative 1.4, I believe that's in the correct location because again you have 0 here. So so far I think that's good. In fact, I think you have that here for answer C. And I think we also have it for answer D because here's, oh actually do we have it for answer D? Let's look. Here we have 0. Looks like this is negative 1 right there. And looks like this is negative 2. Well, negative square root of 2, it shouldn't be located on negative 2. It should be at negative 1.4. So we know it's not going to be D. So right now it's narrowed down to B and C. So let's move on to the next number here. Negative 1.4, negative square root of 2, that's done. Let's go with negative 1/3, which is negative 0.3 repeating. That's between negative 1 and 0. So we have that here, and we have that here, negative 1/3. Okay, so here's negative 1 right there. Okay, this is negative 1. And yeah, so I think that's in the right position. So negative 1/3 is good. Let's move on to the next number, which is 0.75. That's the next number. 3/4. That's between 0 and 1. 3/4 here between 0 and 1. So again, here's 0, here's 1. Okay, so and then 3/4 is here in the right location. So that's done. Let's move to square root of 9, or actually let's move to 2.4 or the square root of 6. So square root of 6 should be a little bit more than 2. Here's 0, 1, and 2. Then you have the square root of 6. And then the square root of 9 is right there. So I think that all matches up. And so I'm starting to think maybe the answer is C. Square root of 6, which is 2.4 between 2 and 3. But if you look at answer C, square root of 6 is out here. So again, you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 6 is not the square root of 6. So I don't believe it's answer C. I believe it's going to be B. And if you look, the square root of 9 is where 3 is. Okay, here's 0, 1, 2, 3. And then 5 is right here. So B would be your answer.